What's up, guys? It's Captain Erik Tilson. We are at Southport Park this morning. I want to make a video showing you guys. So I've kind of learned that the majority of you guys watching my content are not watching my content for my devilish good looks. It turns out most of you guys watch my content because you have tournaments coming up on Lake Toho and you need a point in the right direction. It's, you see the flag, it's pretty windy and it is like super fogged in. How to fish Lake Toho in January and not fall flat on your face. Showing you guys my favorite ways to catch them good enough to not completely bomb a tournament. I'm gonna call it Lake Toho Survival. What's up, guys? All right, we just sat in the truck for like an hour, did a YouTube live, waiting on this fog to roll out of here, but really just seems like the fog's not going to roll out of here, so we're just going to get started with our day on the south end down here and see what happens. I'm going to start the whole day is about to start backwards from the way I wanted it to start. Typically this time of year I like to start on the north end of the lake. There's a lot of easily caught fish, jerk baits, live scoping, weightless flukes, and that whole sort of deal. And when I'm fishing a tournament out of the north end, I just like to start right there, get the day started putting some fish in the boat, and then when the sun comes up and it starts to heat these mats up a little bit, that's when I will start running down the lake and flipping mats and fishing a speed worm and a swim jig through the Kissimmee grass. I can't run through this fog right now. It is just way too thick. So we're gonna start the day backwards and fish shallow, hope the fog rolls out of here, and maybe work our way up the lake, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna get a punching rod out, maybe a speed worm. I've already got a swim jig out on deck. For the shallow game, on Toho this time of year, I'm gonna say that there's four main techniques that I focus on. Number one being punching. This time of year, my favorite thing to do is punch chopped grass mats. And what I mean by chopped grass is, like I've showed you guys, where the duck hunters run through here with their surface drive motors, we wind up with a lot of these chopped grass mats down here. This one's a really good one. And all this chopped up grass down here, the north wind stacks it against things. So all these flat pads, that whole patch of reeds, this isolated clump of really thick cane grass right here, all this stuff has stacked chopped grass mats blown into it now. 3/4 ounce, 1 ounce weight, all you need. CPF Lures Reaper. When this water is really clear like this, I really like Dirty Albright or just Black and Blue Flake. It's gonna be number 1. My number 2 go-to, and number 2 and number 3, pretty much the same thing. Just depends on the day which one they eat more, but it's gonna be either throwing a big speed worm, either on a Texas rig or a keel weighted hook, through the grass, right at the surface like a swim bait, like you would a Big Easy, or the same thing with a swim jig, 1/2 ounce heavy cover swim jig. I really like the tungsten swim jig from CPF Lures right now. It's got a smaller, more compact head on it, and kind of seems to get a few more bites. So, but yeah, number 2 and 3 kind of, you know, either or. Big speed worm in the grass, swim jig in the grass. Number 4, I always keep a Cinco out on the deck, on fluoro, on, if you guys remember from this time last year, I showed you guys this hook from BKK with the little weight in it. But it's that guy right there. If you guys didn't watch the videos from last year during the spawn, go back and watch those videos. CPF Lure Stickler Pro 5.5 June bug blue tail with that little weighted BKK hook on fluoro. And I always keep that on deck, and I just kind of, if I get into an open pocket like what I just threw that thing into, a little bit of flat pads in there, kind of an open pocket. So keep that stickler on that weighted hook on deck, ready to throw into some more open, isolated cover. But I'm gonna get a punching rod out and a speed worm out. We're gonna go to work, see if we can't flip up some fish. I'm gonna take my swim jig and kind of work the open water. A lot of fish offshore in that grass, but there's a lot of fish up here. And a lot of these fish that are up here, guys, are a little dumb compared to those fish on that offshore grass. Those fish out there, pretty educated these days. Just combing these grass flats with a swim bait or a swim jig, flipping mats. There he is, guys. On swim jig. It's number 1. Not very big. Little 2-pounder here, guys. A really good looking mat right here. Really thick. It just looks different from everything else in the area. It's just got a different kind of a thickness to it. I think we can all agree that we love something that's got a different kind of thickness to it. Dropped it. Bit it as soon as it went through and dropped it. Got it on the top. Whew. That's why I love flipping mats. Look at that, boys. Now that's not a giant. This is not a big fish, guys. Probably 2.5. That is a lot of fun. He absolutely choked. That guy will run through the jungle and will absolutely knock his lights out. Super deadly stuff right here this time of year, guys. Super deadly. That big speed worm in the grass gets the job done. These fish love to eat needlefish. But when they're up here in the cover, thinking about the spawn, oh my God, that was insane. Dude, he crushed that like right here. I'm gonna pitch the little stickler in here on him. We'll see if he's still here. That would be pretty cool if he was. That was nuts. Dang it! Dang it! Oh, that was a nice one too. That was probably a 3-4 pounder. Golly! That was the world's worst hook set, guys. That was the absolute worst hook set. Don't ever try to set the hook like that. That was terrible. God. Got a little bit of a troll to make here to the next mat, but it's a good looking one. It's thick. It's got that look. But I'm gonna make sure that I'm covering water here with my speed worm, heading up to it. Right, so we're staying productive. Dang it, that was a long way out. He came through the pads for it. Don't know that he ever really got it. Try him again. Tough bite right there. He not very big, probably about 2 pounds. Was like literally trying to eat the speed worm on top of the pad. It was pretty wild. Oddly enough, I could feel him biting it, but evidently he just never. Dang it, another one, different spot. Another short bite. Dang it, man. They are not getting the entire speed worm. I am not downsizing. It's not happening. That was a nice fish. She bit the worm, tied my line in a knot, and then gave it back to me. Said, here you go. Barely missed her, split the speed worm in half. Another opportunity at a really good fish gone. But it's part of it when you're fishing shallow, heavy cover. You're not going to catch all of them. And so, super important, guys, to not have a come apart. Got her that time. Got her. Nice fish. A lot smaller than I thought she was out there. But there we go. Got him. These shallow fish are just such good looking fish. Probably 2.5, 2 3/4. Go. Another one for the speed worm. Nothing crazy, good keeper. Probably 2 pounds, maybe a little more, but we'll call him 2. Oh man, he ate the wrong speed worm today. Sorry, little dude. Obviously not gonna help. Out here has been the move for sure. That one's feeling like it'll help, boys. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice one on the, another one for the speed worm right here. So this one would probably cull one out for us. Not by much, but gaining a little bit. We'll take everything we can. That was literally next cast. Be cool if that happened again. Be cool if that happened again. there's number 5. That fish blew up on it way out there in those flat pads. Didn't get it. I didn't set the hook. Just kept working it real slowly across those pads. Came into the next opening and I killed it and he got it. Pretty sweet.
Yeah. Looking forward to learning, and I have so many questions, man.
All right, so we're back. And I went and picked up a special guest. What's your name?
Camilo.
Camilo.
Yeah.
Oversees all the food and stuff like that going on at Disney's Animal Kingdom, which is pretty cool. Because I've spent a lot of time at Disney's Animal Kingdom eating the giant turkey legs and stuff and all the other delicious food. But he was watching the live stream this morning on YouTube as I was sitting in the truck waiting on the fog to clear up. And he sent me a message on Instagram, was like, dude, I'm off today, I'll go. And at first I was kind of like, I was gonna be like, I don't know. But like before I could say no, he was like, dude, I'll bring pub subs and coffee. Sign me up. So now we've got someone else gonna be flipping and slinging baits with us. Food and coffee. So we're gonna get back to it. Bass around here since the beginning of time.
I mean, that's what I've caught, always caught.
Yeah, and it will continue to catch them on. It just works, you know. June bug worm, being fished slowly, flipping super heavy cover, you know, and then I kind of think that over the next several years,
Holy shit.
that's the one we were looking for right there, boys. Dirty Albright Reaper, 1 ounce weight, chopped grass mat. That fish right there is gonna cull one out, put us up there into a decent weight. Let's go. But dang it, dude, you gotta be kidding me. I forgot my battery died in the freaking chesty and I missed that. Nice. Been a little slow. Got another decent fish here, guys. That would cull one out. We're moving up. Moving on up. All right, guys, so chesty cam is still dead. Batteries are on charge. We've ran down the lake a little bit, or actually up the lake. We're over here just south of Red's Fish Camp. And I can see when I was running up the lake, some mats in here. I've not been over here yet this winter. The water looks really good. We probably got 3 to 4 feet visibility here. We're gonna ease around in here, keep throwing the speed worm, flip some mats. When I was younger and I had a Gnu, when I was in college, that was what I had, was a Gnu. And I didn't even have a gas motor on it. All I had was a freaking electric motor on the back of it. I would put that thing in the bed of my truck and I would come out here to Southport. I had, you know, 2 big Walmart batteries that I could just switch over when one would die. Dude, I'd have been some stuff people wouldn't, you'd never even see me all day. Missed it. Hurt. Yeah, that was a nice fish. Well, that didn't take very long. Same thing, speed worm, flat pads. That one might cull out one of the smaller ones from this morning. Don't know, but that's fun. Flat pads down in the mats. I'd be willing to bet we're probably going to get out here and we're going to find that we start picking up bites again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit deeper water, a lot more cover from the sun. There he is. There we go. Nice one too. Hell yeah. Grab the camera. Dude, that's what's up.
It's not a big one.
But it's one.
Start, man.
It is. Dude, so we got our guy on a speed worm fish. There we go. Oh yeah. Now, if you've been following along the whole time, that fish would not have helped our best fight, but we're catching fish, and that's the important thing. It's like this I said earlier, this whole video is about showing you guys how to survive Lake Toho in January. Bro, right of the boat. What are you thinking, little man? Not gonna help.
Oh! Saw that. It tried. It was underneath.
Burn it back to the boat and get it back on there. Like the quicker you get it back in front of it. Oh, you had another one jump up back there.
Yeah,
I got you.
that's it. Come on. Yes. That's a good fish too. Oh, yes, sir. It's awesome.
Show this one to the camera, because this one would probably cull one out from this morning, maybe. I don't know, but man, guys, the shallow bite's on. Not a lot of females necessarily up, but a lot of good males so far. All right, guys. Well, with that, we're gonna call it a day. Did not set the world on fire, but I gotta tell you, the day went exactly how I wanted it to go. So remember, this video was gonna be my favorite ways to fish Lake Toho if, you know, let's say in the event you have a tournament coming up and your practice didn't go real well and you're completely stumped on what to go do to put at least a halfway decent limit of fish in the boat and get out of here with a check, or potentially survive and make it to day 2. And that's exactly how today went. And there were 2 key players for the shallow game, guys, and it was that big speed worm and flipping that reaper. It's literally 2 techniques that I'm confident right now I could literally spend all day fishing Lake Toho with 2 rods and have an absolute ball and put together a pretty decent bag of fish. You know, first thing this morning, you guys saw I lost a couple of nice ones, put a decent limit of fish in the boat, went and picked up my buddy here. He brought food and coffee, which is awesome. That's the fastest way to my heart. We went back out on the water, and it wasn't very long. You guys saw I flipped up that big one in the mat. We've caught some other fish this afternoon. We've had some other opportunities at some big fish. We've had some big blow-ups on the speed worm. Had a few missed fish in the mats. All in all, guys, it was a really fun day, and it was a really productive day for putting fish in the boat, and some decent ones for if I was in a tournament. Super simple. Covering water in between mats. Just throwing a big speed worm. Guys, this isn't anything crazy. This is a Zoom mag speed worm, June bug red. That's a 3/4 ounce weight, pegged to a 5/0 extra wide gap hook. That's CPF Lures 9X 45-pound braid. This is that black braid that I throw that doesn't turn white, doesn't fade. It's really quiet, it's really strong. We were throwing these all day on a Cinco Sticks BTO Plus series, and this is the 7.3 heavy fast frog rod. And I'll tell you guys, it is important that you throw this, if you're gonna be up shallow on Toho, throwing a big speed worm in heavy cover. You need to have the gear to get a big fish out of heavy cover. Your more conventional offshore worm rod is not likely going to get your big fish to the boat and some of this stuff. You know, today the key was fishing flat pads. Anytime we got around flat pads and we were rolling that speed worm through those flat pads, we were getting bit. But again, you got to be able to drag them out. 45-pound braid, that's a big hook. 7.3 heavy fast frog rod, that's Cinco Sticks BTO Plus. It's one of my favorite rods for this other thing we were doing, flipping mats. The 2 biggest fish of the day came from flipping. Not nearly as many numbers, but definitely put the size in the boat. You guys know it, that's a 1 ounce hog tech, Dirty Albright, CPF Lures P&P Reaper. That's my favorite flipping bait. Same thing, guys. 45-pound black 9X braid from CPF Lures. Cinco Sticks BTO Plus. That's the 7.9 extra heavy fast flipping stick. This is my favorite flipping stick. You guys saw me catch that big one on it. And that's what we got, guys. Like I said, we did not set the world on fire by any means. This probably would not have been a tournament winning bag today, but I do think in the next few weeks there's going to be more big fish coming. These types of presentations are going to get better. Get up shallow, cover water with a big speed worm, flip some of those thicker mats, reeds, pads, cane grass. I think you might be surprised you're gonna put some fish in the boat, probably have a pretty decent day. If you guys have any questions, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. I leave all my contact info in the description box below. Website, email, whatever. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. If you guys want to book a guide trip, hit me up. I'll get you guys out here, get you dialed in on some of these Lake Toho fish. Until then, guys, I will catch you guys later.